Welcome to Joyful Jen Yoga. Today's practice starts a series of gentle flow practices moving from the root chakra all the way up to the crown. So we'll be moving in the next 7 weeks or so through a variety of sequences. Today we'll be grounding, next week we'll be flowing a little bit, getting a little creative with our sacral chakra, moving up until we arrive at the crown. All right, so let's get started. Today we'll start on our back. As you prepare, make sure you have a strap nearby, and then if you'd like blocks and blankets, that could be useful too. So when you arrive on your back body, let your feet walk as far to the edges of your mat that is comfortable, and let your knees just point up to the sky. Knees can knock in towards center a little bit. So as you settle your body, consciously press your feet into the earth. Feel the connection to the ground. So as we're talking today about our root chakra, Muladhara chakra, we're talking about the base of our spine, our root, our space from which we grow, a space that values security and safety, the space where our deepest held beliefs come from. So as you settle into this space, see if you can feel the support of the earth below you. See if you can feel your breath calm, steady. Today's practice is truly about getting connected to your body, to the earth. The sense of rooting, the sense of connection. We'll take a few more breaths here, and if you would like, you could start to visualize an earthy red surrounding you, protecting you. I like to think of the red dirt of the desert, feeling connected with your breath, connected to your body, connected to your deepest held beliefs. Throughout practice, if you like that visual, you could inhale every time, taking in a little bit of that rooted, earthy color, that grounded color. And every exhale, let that color expand around you a little bit more, almost like a little bubble of safety or protection. And then gently walk your feet in so they're both hips distance apart. Cross your right ankle over your left and just start to circle the right ankle a little bit, moving your feet. And circle in the other direction. Good. And then release that foot down, switch sides. Left ankle crosses over right, and we just circle in a few ways in one direction, a few ways in the other. Matching your breath with your movements. Allowing your breath to feel steady and full here. And releasing that foot as well. So as you feel your feet press down on the earth, we'll extend the left leg if that feels good. So this left leg could be extended or bent, whatever makes you happy. Hug the right knee into your chest, and then take the strap around the ball of your right foot. So again, left foot's planted or left leg's long, whatever makes sense in your body. And then with your hands on that strap, just start to point and flex your ankle a few times. So you're pressing your foot into the strap. There's a little bit of resistance here with the strap. Take another breath. Good. And then start to encourage the leg just slightly, like just with the pressure of your hands on the strap. Encourage that leg to come a little bit closer to your torso. Starting to wake up the back of the leg. Without so much force, more of an invitation. How much of that leg wants to open? Take another breath here. And then relax that energy. Slide the strap into your right hand. And then keep your left hand planted on your left hip, really pressing it down, grounding your whole pelvis toward the earth. And then open that right leg slightly out to the right. So it doesn't have to be a big opening. It's more of a curiosity. How is that hip feeling today? Take another steady breath in and out. Keep rooting through that left hip as you pull the right leg up. And then when you arrive there, bend that right knee and pull that right knee in towards your armpit so it's almost like a half happy baby shape. Press the right leg straight back up to the sky. Take the strap into your left hand. Take your right thumb and press that thumb into your right hip crease. So you're kind of rooting and grounding that right hip down toward the earth. Take an inhale, and on exhale, very mindfully, very subtly, draw the right leg across your body any amount. It might not even cross midline. We're looking to open up through the outer right hip, that IT band area is where you might feel this. Keep pressing that right thumb into your thigh, into your hip crease so that hip stays grounded. We're not lifting it up here. And gently come back to center. Bend the right knee, release the strap for a moment, and squeeze that right thigh in towards your navel. Extend the right leg long to meet your left, and maybe it feels a little bit longer here. Again, you can plant the right foot or keep the right leg long, whatever makes sense in your body. And then hug the left leg in. Strap around that left foot, and before you do anything, just notice, does the side feel different? Can you relax your upper arms toward the earth any? Start to point and flex that left ankle. Notice if that helps to wake up the calf and the hamstring any. Take another breath in and out. Pause. Start to invite the leg a little bit closer to your torso. Again, it's not like a pull, it's not a force. It's more just a little gentle pressure to see what's available to you today. All the while connecting your right leg to the earth, your hips to the earth. And then soften that on exhale. Slide the strap into your left hand. The right hand presses that right hip bone down so the bum does not come off the ground. Inhale, open that left leg a bit over to the left. There's no right amount of space. Just try not to overdo it. We're looking for a little bit less is more of a feeling in the body today. Less is more. Solid, stable, connected, not forcing. Inhale, come back up through center. Take that left knee towards your left armpit. So think like a half happy baby. Again, just kind of checking out, what are the hips saying? What can you learn about your body today? And then press the left leg up to the sky. Take the strap into your right hand. Left thumbs up, presses your left hip forward. You're really kind of hooking that hip crease, and then gently draw the leg over to the right any amount. Try to really keep your glute rooted and grounded to the earth. Take another breath here, opening the outside of that left leg. And then gently come back to center. Hug the left thigh into your chest. You can let the strap go off to the side. And then release the left leg long, meet the right. Pause for a moment in Shavasana, feeling the whole back body connected to the ground. Bending your knees, rolling to your favorite side, using your hands to help guide you up. We'll come to a seat here. Sit your sits bones on the edge of a blanket or a bolster, whatever works for you. And then we'll take our fingertips to the earth. Sit up tall so you can really feel what's rooted, what's connected, your sits bones, your legs, your fingertips. If your hands don't comfortably touch the ground, place your hands on blocks so you get that sense of feeling rooted. Let your eyes close down for a moment. Just feel yourself here. What is it that you feel most deeply connected to? Let's move here with some heaven and earth breaths. Inhale, float your arms up overhead. Exhale, tap your fingertips back down to the ground. Inhale, lift up, feel that airiness between your palms. And then exhale, feel your palms root back toward the earth. 3 more. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, press it down. Feel the difference in the energy of your body as you reach your arms away from the ground up toward the earth, up toward the sky, and then down toward the earth. Good. Once more. Inhale, stretch it up, reach up toward the sky, and exhale, touch back down. Awesome. Cross your legs the non-habitual way, and then walk your fingertips forward. Take an inhale, find length, and then exhale, walk over to the right side and stretch long. So you're stretching that whole left side body as you root down through your left sits bone. Consciously press left sits bone toward the earth. Let your head hang heavy here. Inhale, walk yourself through center, lift up slightly, and then over to the left. Reaching now, right sits bone roots down, lengthening right side body, finding breath in between your ribs. And then gently begin to draw yourself back upright. Perfect. So from here, we'll extend our legs out for a moment just to kind of feel what it feels like. Give the legs a little wiggle. And then bend the knees. Plant the feet on the ground again. Root down through the soles of your feet. And then go ahead and hug underneath your legs. So you might hold opposite elbows, wrists, forearms. Really press your belly to your thighs here. And then if it feels good, start to walk your feet forward. So walk forward until your belly wants to press away from your thighs, and that's as far as we'll go. 5 breaths in this bent leg, forward fold. Stay connected to yourself, connected to the earth, connected to your breath. Feel that grounding earth energy here. And then gently begin to release your arms, walk your legs in, and then sweep your feet back behind you. We'll arrive on all 4s. So as we're setting up, you could certainly take a blanket underneath your knees. I know I always like that variation. And then if you'd like to just place your blocks toward the top of your space, we'll use them in a moment. So from your all 4s, root down through your fingertips. Now we're switching where we're grounding, right? We're grounding through our hands, our shins, the tops of the feet. Really feel that connection to the earth. And then on inhale, pull your heart forward, tip your tailbone to the sky, gaze up if that feels good. And then on exhale, round in, tuck in, and maybe there's a little lift of your pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale, pull your heart forward into that cow. And then exhale, round in, a little lift up from pelvic floor as you move into cat. 3 more like that. Inhale, pull heart forward. Exhale, round. Moving with your breath. And then find your way to neutral. Extend your right leg back behind you, tuck your toes, and press through that right heel. So there's a nice opening here through the sole of your foot, the calf, the back of the knee, maybe even up through your hamstring. And then start to pull your right foot forward. We'll step our hands, or place our hands rather, onto blocks as we draw forward into a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Take a moment to pull your heart forward here as your hips lower slightly, and then exhale, pull your hips back. Come to that half split or hamstring stretch. Inhale, bring it forward to your low lunge. Exhale, start to pull back, open back of the right leg. 3 more here, moving nice and slow. Let this be about what your body needs, what you're interested in finding out, what roots you, what connects you. And then gently begin to find your way back to all fours. Draw that right leg underneath you. You can slide the blocks forward as we start off, tucking the left toes, pressing the left heel back. Notice, feel where you're grounded and connected to the earth. Reconnect to your breath. And then gently move that left foot forward. You can help it up, take a hold of the leg, draw it up forward, and we'll come to that low lunge. Hands can be on blocks. Inhale, we pull our heart forward, and then exhale, we'll straighten out the left leg, pull back. Inhale, draw forward, let the hips lower slightly, and exhale, pull back. It might feel nice to have your blocks right underneath your shoulders so you're not working too hard here. 2 more. And then bend back into that left knee, tuck your right toes, lift the right knee off the ground. Look forward and step to the top of your space. Find yourself in a forward fold here at the top of your mat. You could let your head hang, maybe give it a little shake. You could sway a bit side to side if that would feel nice. Take another breath in. And out, press into your heels. Inhale, arms sweep on up. And exhale, hands come to heart. So you can move that blanket off of your mat here for a moment. And then as you arrive in Tadasana, let your palms reach down at your side, fingertips spread. And then start to do the same with your toes. Try to spread each one of your toes. Lift up through the arches, through the inner line of your legs, and just take a moment to rock a little forward, a little back, a little side to side, feeling your feet root and ground and hold you here on the earth. And then press down through your right foot. You can always hold onto a wall or a piece of furniture here. We'll come up onto the left big toe and just start to circle the left ankle around a little bit. Circle in the other direction. A little challenge with balance, but we're so connected in through that right foot, it's not so bad. Waking up the ankle and the foot a little bit more. And then switching sides. Root down left side, come up onto your right big toe. Again, support yourself with something, right? The wall or furniture works great. Circling out that ankle. Circle in the other direction. Good. And then release that. Give it all a quick shake. We'll root down through our right foot. Have your blocks nearby. And in fact, let's have our blocks on our highest height just in case. Hands on hips. Take a step back with your left leg. Let your left heel land, coming into a warrior one shape. Keep your hands on your hips for our purposes here. And then energetically pull your heels toward one another. Energetically pull that right hip back, that left hip forward. Press your feet into the earth. Feel that connection. And then feel an energetic lift up from the earth. Inhale, arms sweep up for a breath, reaching up through your fingertips. And then on exhale, let your hands touch down to those blocks. Straighten out the right leg, and you can hop the left foot forward a little bit. Left toes face as forward as feels comfortable. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, fold it into your pyramid shape. Inhale, lengthen, soften into your right knee, and then step your left foot to the top of your space. Inhale, arms reach up overhead once more, hands down to heart. Press into the left foot, step that right leg back behind you. Hands on hips in your warrior one. Again, energetic heels moving toward one another. Left hip back, right hip forward, lift up from below your navel. Feel the connection of your feet to the earth. And then from that connection, we rise. We feel the earth below us. We feel that support, that security, that safety. And when we do, we reach our arms up overhead for a breath. And then allow those hands to touch back down onto the blocks. Straighten out left leg. Right toes could face slightly forward. Noticing how the backs of the legs feel in your pyramid shape. Another steady breath. And then bending into that left knee. We'll take a step to the top of our space. Inhale, arms reach on up forward. And inhale, exhale, hands to heart. We'll return down to the mat, arms stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Step your left foot back behind you. Lower your left knee to the ground. Right knee comes back, and we'll let our knees go wide here, shifting our hips back to our heels, find child's pose. For this child's pose, you might take your arms and actually slide them in between your knees and kind of round in like a seed. Turning back in towards yourself. Take another inhale. And exhale, slowly walk your hands forward. We'll shift our hips to the side. You can sit back on a blanket here if you'd like. And we'll extend the right leg out. Left foot will find your inner right thigh. Stay energized through that right leg and take your fingertips toward the earth. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, walk your hands down the earth. Don't worry about your foot. See if you can keep your hands connected to the ground. Finding your fold here. Head could hang if that works for you. Inhale, walk yourself back up. Help that left knee to point to the sky. Extend the leg. Hug the right knee in. Let the right foot come to that inner left thigh. Hands out to the side around that left leg. Gently walk yourself forward. Melt it down. Continue to feel that connection of your body to the earth. The connection of your breath to your body. Inhale walks you all the way back up. Help that right knee in, and then we'll send both legs out in front of us, walking down over those legs. 10 deep breaths here, folding forward. What can you soften? What can you release a little bit more of into the earth? Gently begin to walk your hands back up your legs. Bend your knees and scoot your body slightly forward on your mat so that as you start to make your way down onto your back, you have somewhere to go. Have a block nearby, so maybe place it midway down the mat. And then when you arrive on your back, let your knees bend again. Feet root down. Slide the block for a moment underneath your pelvis. So now your feet are rooted and connected and grounded, but your hips are lifted a little bit. There's a little bit of lightness underneath the hips. So you're in a very soft, supported bridge here. Keep feeling your feet press into the ground. A little energy through your inner thighs. And then hug one knee into your chest and then the other. So now your feet are no longer connected. What can you still root? What can you still connect to the earth? Backs of the arms, shoulder blades, your sacrum to the block. And then if you'd like, you could extend your legs up to the sky. Just to feel kind of the opposition of what it feels like to root and connect through your feet, and then let your legs and your feet be a little bit airy. Take another breath. And then bend those knees, reconnect your feet to the earth. Slide that block out from underneath you, lowering your hips to the ground. You could walk your feet as wide as the mat once more. Let your knees knock. And then bringing your arms out like a cactus or out into a T, we'll let the knees just drop to the left a little bit, come up through center, knees drop right just a little. One more time in each direction. A little twist from the hips, from the low belly, and back to center. Find your way into your rest, your Shavasana. Your legs could extend long. If you had a sandbag or even your blanket, it might feel really nice to take it over your hips, just to get a little weightedness, a little rootedness, a little connection. Let go of any attention to your breath. Let it be natural. Soft, gentle inhales and exhales. And then as you settle, you might reconnect to that visual of that earthy red color surrounding you. Like a bubble that protects you. Inhaling, bringing in that sense of safety and security, of trust, of your knowledge that your basic instincts will help and support you. Every exhale, expanding that bubble around you, that bubble of protection. For when we feel safe and secure, we're much more likely to take risks. We're much more likely to trust our decisions. Where do you feel the connection to the earth below you? Traveling up the soles of your feet, your heels, calves, your thighs, into your hips and your pelvis. Feeling that connection all the way up through your shoulder blades and the backs of your arms and the back of your head. Feeling where you are connected. And then begin to invite movement in. A wiggle of fingers, a wiggle of toes. Stretching your arms up overhead when you're ready. A big good morning breath in. And sigh out. Draw those knees in. Give yourself a well-deserved squeeze. Just hug everything in towards center. And then roll to your favorite side. Use your hands to press you up. Sliding that blanket underneath your sits bones. And we'll arrive back in our seated cross-legged pose. And as you do, slide your fingertips back out to the side or onto blocks. Feel the connection of the earth below your fingertips, your sits bones, your legs. And then use that connection to lift up through your heart and the crown of your head. Inhale, float arms all the way up. Take palms together to touch, draw them to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bowing forehead to fingertips in gratitude. I wish you all abundant joy. Be well. And stay tuned as we make our way up the chakras. Next week, sacral chakra. All right, enjoy.